same time. And it looks like a big toe right there. Here's the deal now. As the drum comes around, we take a pencil and a V. And as I'm focusing on that, then as I work the body, then I know I can work the body a little better than if I know where everything is. And so I can go up to it, but not whacking that V cut off. Get in there, get into the, there we go. I mean, it's starting to shape. It's starting to shape. All right, need one of these. No, I guess I need more than that. Again, getting in there, separating the drum. Now, I am not going to be, you know, as I'm carving, this is not going to be as, I want to say, realistic. I'm going to have to end up taking some poetic license. Where is this? I need my little one of, will that work? I was thinking about another chisel, but this might do the trick. Oops. Is that if I can just separate, show some sort of separation between the drum and the body. And then clean up. Can this help clean up? I think it needs a little sharpening. But it's starting to take shape. Like I said, I might end up doing some poetic license here on how the hand is going to be. The hands are going to be, but the drum is supposed to tilt more this way. I think it's the reason why this arm isn't coming out as where are you? Right there. There we go. There we get. Oh yeah, now the drum is tilted in the way it should. I better put this on here. I think I'm seeing another thing. Is this arm, I think, is too far forward. Probably most of you have probably caught it. I think we've got too much on this arm going on. He's got too much muscles here. And I think this arm might be too, oops. Uh-oh. Let's see if we can get around that, fixing that. His arm might be a little too forward, and I think if I can find the elbow here, I can verify if that's true. More and more I can find it, I still think it's a little too far out. Not too much. That was the thing that I've said before, is the difference between, you go by your picture. You have a picture on the internet, like I got here of this drummer boy, and I'm aiming to make it look just like it, and as time goes on you realize that it doesn't, I mean, it looks like you're trying to accomplish that, but the main thing is that as long as you take the picture away and you look at your carving alone, or let other people look at your carving alone and say, does this look good? And that might be enough. It doesn't have to really. But if you are a person who likes to, or hoping to carve something, you know, what you see, and be good at carving what you see, what is, then of course you need all the practice you can get. So I get that toenail out of there. Well, I'm on this side. See, you'll notice that this arm is a bit thinner than this arm, and so that's what we're going to do, is we're going to kind of get this to the point where we really like it, and it's going to stay there. In other words, from here on, we'll just put on the uniform. And then we'll make this one look like this one, or make this one look like this one. And I think we're kind of at that point, but I think before we do that, I really want to see, I think the arm is a bit longer than it should be. And looking at a picture, I mean, his hand, oh yeah, because according that it's got to be cut off some more. In fact, quite a bit here, because here's his hand's going to be, and he's going to hold on to the stick. He's holding onto a stick, so we'll take some of that off. Not all of it, I just want to make sure. Careful I don't ruin my drum. I've already put a good dent in it. And hopefully I can fix that. Yep. Like I said, I want to thin this a bit. Careful not thin it too much. And that's the thing, is that you're seeing almost the development stage. Whereas at the end, you get a pattern and you go from there. And so there's two ways of seeing things here. And I've always believed in teaching. I believe in teaching instead of just simply, cut there, and then the piece, and to finish a piece. Yes, we want to finish a piece, but I want that you can actually go and carve something, a cowboy, maybe even a female carving, is for you to go on to use what I'm showing you here to go on. And that's what I would like to do more. I was a little nervous in getting into roughouts because I thought I wouldn't be able to teach, because here's the roughout, you cut what you see and that's it. And I've discovered that I've worked with some of the students in some of the classes that I've taught that we're able to do other things and show them faces and different things along with just simply cutting or finishing, as it were, a piece. So we're getting the arms in one step at a time. And I don't want to take too much off, because there's all kinds of things like what holds the drum to him, straps and stuff like that. So now, as I said, we're going to get to the back. I just want to mostly take the saw marks off, but I still want to leave a lot. What I am interested in, excuse me, now the front will have, the back will be something like this with the exception of the drum. And the drum's going to come on. Actually, what happens is that the drum is clipped right here, comes around on the back, and it's clipped on the, I believe on the bottom, I think, or on the side. I can't remember, bottom or side, because it's still, when he walks, it still goes up and down. And let's get up there. And he has the coat there that of course we don't have the buckle. They would have, where's his buckle? No, he wouldn't have a buckle. The purpose of a belt and a buckle for a Civil War soldier is to keep the coat, just like a Santa, is to keep the coat shut. And usually he's wearing suspenders. In fact, he is wearing suspenders. And if you look here, they didn't have zippers in those days. That's It was held by little buttons, like coat buttons. And so he's going to have relatively the same hair. I'm going to have just have it come down here, or have it come here. Or we can take a piece of, no, I don't want to take a piece of something. And I'm just going to come down and we're just going to pretend that it hooks down there. And he's just going to come around here and pretend that it hooks as it comes around. And he's going to have his coat. So first, I just want to take the saw marks off first. You see, the reason I've said this before is the proper way for cutting is to put your finger, your thumb on the blade. That's the right way. But the reason why I would use my thumb, put my thumb on thumb, is that it gives a wider sweep. But after a while, this thumb gets a bit tired over it. Bring this up a little bit. This is kind of bugging me. Kind of looks like he's wearing pajama bottoms. You know, like he's wearing bunny bottoms. Poor Ralphie. Ralphie in his bunny suit. And we're going to also find where the coat line is, and we're going to find what the button line is there. Because right now it's kind of a little hokey, kind of a little not correct. I think if we zoom in just a piece and bring this over just a bit. Come on. Don't hurt yourself now. And this is one of those where you flip it over, but then it's the wrong way when you get closer to the other side. Since this is a little forward, well, this is straight up and down, pardon me, so don't cut too much. Sorry about that. Okay, here's what's going to happen. This is our first, I'll say somewhat detail, but I mean, I did a little bit with the arm, but I wanted to at least put in what we think is right, and it's going to be about here. I'm trying to go according to him. Of course, the drum is, and so he's going to be, yeah, it's about here, a little farther down, just there. There's his coat. All right. And then let us commit to, not so much commit, but draw in so we would know. And that's way too wide, but we can, we certainly can't narrow it, so it's going to come down. And here's what I want to do. We're going to go something like this, and it's going to disappear. And like I said, it is either in the strap is either in the bottom or middle. Well, no, we could here. Let's start with middle. So if we're wrong, it's so this is going to be sticking out. And then we got this, and we got this, and we got this, but we're going to, right after I finish this back a little bit here, then I want to go into the head, because everything is starting to come together here. So I do want to make a semi-commitment. I believe I feel good about this here. putting the jacket in. And that's good that we have some extra leg. Oops. Because we want the jacket to come out a little bit from the pants, and that will work over here. This will work mostly over here. Now I want to stop, and I want to put, see, it's going to come around the shoulder here. So this is more the part I want to be careful of, is the bottom. The upper can be altered a little bit. Oh, that's going to be adjusted. It is not that wide, but I kind of know that because, like I said, I do have my dad's Civil War drum, and I want to put this in. I'll just put something like that in just to commit. Yeah, there. We'll come back to it. And the head will get in there. Now here's what I want to do. I want to now I'll trim that down a little bit before we do. I want to get this in to the point, and I think I may have to cut a little more here. That's because the drum is in the way. So the drum is hiding all of this. But if we take the knife and crack it a little bit, let's do that right now. Let's take it a sharp. Just sharpen it for now. With a little bit of smoothing. Oops. A little bit of smoothing. Yeah, we still got more going on over here. Now here's what we want to do. The butoctal area is going to come a little bit like this and then swing around. Now that'll shorten that a little bit. And then this will shorten this a little bit and make this come out wider. So I'll start in, get a chip in my left elbow here. All right, it's going to sharpen. Now this, it's not a sharp. It's sort of rounded. It's sort of implied. I don't know if that's the best way to put it. The butoctal cheeks are, the butt cheeks are a little bit around. And if we kind of, I want to see, commit to something like that, then when we do this, we won't accidentally whack that off, and I think we're still going to get some of this back that we took off at the foot. So yeah, just getting started at forming that. I am a little nervous at this getting a little thin, but I think it's the other way around. I think this just simply has to be brought in more. So with this, let's do this, and let's commit to this. That's going to come in. Yeah, he's very simple. I mean, he'll still carry his pack when he's out. We'll talk a little bit more. Well, the pack is that this little side pack that I got on my Civil War guy, and you'll see on other Civil War guys, that's where all of his silverware and kitchen and sewing needles and cups, plates, writing gear, that big thing he has in the back, that's where he has all of his clothing, and I could probably have other things back there too, whatever he can fit, or food or whatever. Of course, he's got his pockets and other thing too. But okay, see, we're getting some shaping going on here.